Good evening, everybody. We are back with week 3 of Pendragon. Let me see if I can get our faces. Face fix. Boom. We're missing a couple cameras. Eric, I think we're missing that. And with some of the changes I made earlier today, we might have to do some. Oh nope! When Eric turns his camera on, everything fits perfectly. Even if I can't see it yet.
I
So
don't like that.
my
It's
crown
like
arrived today. I'll be wearing it during any scene in which I must portray nobility, just to make sure everyone understands what's happening noble-wise.
Should I go grab the helm?
You can grab your helm if you would like, Sermon. Does Sermon wear such a helm?
Well, they have to wear helmets, and it is a chainmail helmet.
Sure, sure. Yeah, well, yeah, you're in the era of chainmail, so.
All right, I'll be right back in 1 minute.
Um, I've had a fantastic week. Although yesterday's Dragon Age stream, I was drunk and it was 3 a.m. So I think towards the end I was pretty incoherent. And I had to solve a puzzle. So I was doing math and it was like, what the fuck? The math doesn't add up. But I would not surrender and I got the puzzle finished. So I'm proud of myself.
Nice.
Bravo.
We were talking about Kingmaker earlier. There's something I wanted to address, though. Right before the stream started, we were discussing Pathfinder Society and GMs having to cut down on roleplay. And the thing that I've realized, having moved to almost exclusively not running Pathfinder Society, is that for some reason, Pathfinder Society tries to make GMs think that they aren't a player at the table. I don't know if that's the best way to say that, but at my games, I feel like I am perhaps a little bit more responsible because, of course, I'm running the stream. But I'm also a player here. I'm running the bad guys, yeah. But you guys come up with shit that surprises the fuck out of me all the time. And we work together to tell stories, which I think in Pathfinder Society people don't. People are really antagonistic towards GMs. They're like, I attack you. They're not like, I attack the monster. They're like, I attack you, GM. So fuck you. I hit you for 9 million damage with 3 different guns because I'm throwing them out of my pockets. So that's my thought. Alright, so let's check in with the crew now that I've said that. And perhaps someone will comment on what I just said. Kai, obviously you're wearing a hat. How are you doing this week?
I'm doing pretty well, and I also have this cute little guy just a little later, but
Got your pocket sermoned.
just need to wait a couple hundred
Whenever
years.
you need him, all you have to do is throw him at the monitor, and he'll be stored in the Poke Center. Or some, I don't know how Pokemon works anymore. I'm hoping you had a good week, but maybe with all this fucking weather, maybe you just didn't go to school at all, Kai.
I live in Idaho. Snow City.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I haven't noticed any changes.
Ah, okay. Alright. Well, we have people in Boston jumping out of second-story windows, so... Yeah.
Well, to kill themselves or just to jump
No,
into the
because
snow?
the snow's like 5-6 feet high, so
Alright.
they can't get out their front door.
Oh.
The snow's so fluffy, they just jump out of the second-story window and sink like a foot in, and then they're like, oh, I'm fine. Brush my pants off. Walk to work.
Okay. That's be horrible if that turns to ice. Although I'm not very familiar with snow, so I don't know how that works exactly.
Alright, Nosh, let's cut to you. How was your week?
That was fucking horrible.
Really?
I worked through the entire last... Yeah, like, really. In a way, I was really miserable not having the game last weekend. And then I got called into work on Sunday morning at 8:30, so I wouldn't have been able to play anyway. And
I heard that there's a son of a bitch who was so mad about not playing Pendragon, he decided to run the game twice a week with his buds. Do you care to comment about that?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, so I just realized that Pendragon's a really fun system to play. Initially, I thought it might just be a little too chaotic. Like, there's just too much undecided coming from Pathfinder. But I'm realizing that it's a really great system that has just enough rules to keep things like a game, but like has so much freedom for the GM to have fun with and the players to just really play characters. And where you got to be decent at combat, you can really focus on different aspects of your character and play that. And it works as well. Like there are moments when being intelligent and being well read is really useful. And I think like being social is really useful.
There are
And
moments when being the smart is good.
yeah.
Who would have known?
So yeah.
That's the thing, is that this is a really mature role-playing system, right?
Yeah.
Pendragon's like 40, 50 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. I think, yeah, and obviously you have to be decent in combat because you're playing a knight at the end of the day. And a knight that isn't good at combat is going to die. So, but
I
it's not
have
like that
seen-
doesn't have to be your focus.
There was a knight that I've seen before that did nothing but hurdle up and use the defense action every round. And so he would like put lots of points into sword, but his size was so crap that, he would just fall on the ground and then just defend from the ground and that kind of stuff. Never bothered getting up. He lived. He lived longer than everybody else. He paid for like 6 whores every summer or every winter phase. So he'd pay like his whole mansion's like 6 denarii to keep a bunch of women and had tons of children. Never had used any of them because he was living forever.
And wait, with my new manners, I get like 3 times as much money a year.
Well, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. So your manners have to also support themselves, is the thing. We'll go deeper into that. I actually have to look up the book of manners that Eric sent me as to how the mannership actually works, but most manners simply cover their own costs.
Mm.
And a little extra to keep you, in armor and sword. Let's keep moving on with introductions, though. Anything else, Anash?
Just pretty much that actually. And I've been having super RP withdrawal actually, big Sunday withdrawal at least, because my other Sunday evening game has been cancelled. I haven't made it 4 weeks in a row for that game. Either I couldn't make it or the game didn't happen for my Rise of the Rune Lords game, and that's finally happening this Sunday as well. So I've been having a bit of a relaxed weekend finally after forever. That's it.
I would hate to go into RP withdrawal. I don't think I know what that would be like. Once you get up to 2-3 games a week,
Yeah.
Eric, how are you doing this week?
I am doing pretty well myself. Really happy to be back with this. As I was discussing with Arthur before the stream started, the group that I have been running Emerald Spire through on a slightly delayed period has been showing me the power of brokenness. So they managed to screw up an entire level, trigger the basically insta-death condition, and then pretty much one-shot the boss, despite I would estimate it being about a CR 17-18 encounter with everything included, and they're level 10.
Yeah, sounds
So-
about right.
That was interesting.
So you get to see it from Arthur's perspective now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gives me
Welcome
much
to the
more
club,
sympathy
buddy.
for him whenever he whines about Brett. Not that I do all that terrible shenanigans with him, but he's annoying for sure.
It's not Breck destroying stuff. It's just Breck preventing anybody from dying.
Well,
How do you
the key
get that
thing
many?
about that group is that there was a life oracle. There are 5 players. One of them is a life oracle. One of them is a cleric, who is a full heal cleric.
Oh boy,
So no one ever goes below like 15 hit points.
that's
And in
death
that,
effects are
what
for.
triggers your attacks of opportunities? Everything?
Yeah, and attack triggers because he has like in harm's way, right, and bodyguard.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, Breck now has a retaliatory ability.
yep.
So
That
if
Golden
you
Legion
hit someone
bullshit.
other than me, I can take an AOL.
All right, Broema, how are you doing this week?
It's a very average week for me.
Okay,
Kingmaker's fun though. I always enjoyed running Kingmaker for them.
it's nice that the people at the bottom of the screen are having average weeks and everybody else is like, this is go crazy.
I don't know. I'm hoping that Rook is able to finally get into a real fight and not run away.
All right. So, for the audience at home, I've been messing with noise gates. So, occasionally, if it looks like I'm talking and you're not hearing anything, it's because I fucked that up really badly. Like, super badly. Just to let you know, it's not because I've muted myself, it's because I've muted myself. Yeah. So, I just muted myself, but not directly. Just using robots to mute me. Does anyone want to fill us in on what happened last time?
Sure.
I could try.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to see how well of the notes you guys took.
Let's see.
So
It started at the battle of. It started at the Great Battle, right?
Yes.
I just remember the hand from the water. That was a pretty hand.
It's a pretty hand.
so
The most beautiful hand I've ever seen.
we
I'd
had
like to see a watch
just been
on that
recovering
hand.
from the death of let's see.
You don't remember his name?
Maybe I should fill the party in real quick.
Yeah.
Previously, on Pendragon, after the death of Sir Elid, the party set off to the royal cart, where they had orders to do stuff. On the way home, they went to Baden Hill, fought a satanic elf, and brought him home. Then they went on patrol, because no one likes them. On patrol, they hooked up with Merlin, fist bumped that shit, fought a giant, and then killed some sort of giant snake horse monster with 4 swords. Then they got Excalibur. The end.
It was a pretty hand.
Yeah.
So,
And Sermon got engaged.
yes, he did get engaged, and the wedding happens. So, Sermon, you will gain here 856 glory, which I think makes you primary.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
gain
pretty much
2
by love.
more normal manners.
Woo!
I don't know if you'd like to rent those manners out to have a knight swear to you or something like that.
Vasselnite might be nice, but not yet.
Okay. So you're not a Banneret Lord Net yet. You need 4 knights in order to have that happen, I believe.
It's only 3.
Is it? You could get close.
Yeah.
You could get close. And, yeah, it's a very beautiful ceremony. You have a wife that appreciates you not being dead after going to war.
Also fighting a giant and a horrible monster.
Yes. There was also, you know, the giant battle that you fought in and didn't die in. The Battle of Mircreed Creek. So, we also cut to Robert's wife. We have like a flashback where Robert's like, I don't think you killed a Saxon at all. And then we flash back, like a double flashback, and it's Robert's wife, Clarissa the Flare, is like stabbing a Saxon that's just wandering through the land. Like the guy's like torn up and drunk. He's got like an axe and a shield, and he's wandering around. He's like, bring out your women. And she's just like stabbing him to death. And then we cut back to Robert again and be like, I don't think you killed a Saxon.
I have to do something about the brothers this time, though. I might
Yeah,
have to
you gotta
chat
do
with them.
something about those brothers.
Man. Yeah.
Some rather annoying in-laws there.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have been so discourteous to
Who?
Earl Roberts, Earl Roderick's wife.
Oh, shit.
How you ended
Hey,
up.
Earl Roderick made fun of his wife by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just there when it happened, man.
Aurelius, I believe you have a rendezvous that delicately planned with a certain someone.
I believe that is the case.
Okay, the Lady Gwenna, or not Gwenna, the Lady Indig invites you to one of her many manors to visit with her privately.
All right. arrives.
Okay, so when you get there, the staff is all entirely male. All very young, 20 summers or less. And one of the dog knights is there, one of her in Fife knights who wears the patch of a dog. Her loyal bodyguards who have sworn to her. Takes your horse and is like, good luck, buddy. Good luck. And she greets you at the door wearing, a very nice gown. And she's like, oh, Aurelius, I'm so glad that you could make this time.
'Tis my honor, my lady.
Please, come with me. She leads you to a sitting parlor where there's, like, drinks and tea and sweet cakes and all sorts of meats and breads. Basically like a whole tray set out, like a lunch buffet for a bunch of people, but it's just the two of you.
Okay.
so we get like this sideways flash where Rook is like, I wish I had a tray of meats right now.
Is he spying on them?
I don't know. Are
No,
you
he
Rook?
can just sense the food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has an uncanny. He's known as the foodie of England. No man is safe from his hunger sense. So she says, what would you like to talk to me about, Aurelius?
Well, my lady, I have always... I've heard of your wisdom and insightful nature from my late departed friend.
His name is Dobbin.
Dobbin.
Yeah. But that,
Seriously.
Wait. But I had also wished to speak with you personally on. I know you are a wise and attractive lady, and I'd always wanted to make your acquaintance a bit more personally than simply across the room. Please don't make me actually roleplay this whole damn thing out. God,
What is it you're trying to get out of this?
Please
Yeah.
continue.
he's just like
God.
dying over there, like.
All right, I'll tell you
He
what.
just-
You can make a courtesy or a flirting roll or something like that.
He'll do courtesy.
Okay.
Because I certainly have no idea how the heck to act this out.
Okay.
It is far beyond my abilities.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
You know nothing of romance.
No problem, friend.
Apparently, I'm stumbling.
Yeah, you try to talk some game at her. She spends the whole time like, that's nice, that's nice. And
Yeah.
she's giving you all sorts of hints that she wants to, like, take you upstairs to a bedroom, but you're missing all of them because you're like, and here's some more florid prose that I picked up. Avast! Hearken to yonder window.
Yeah, you know what? That is entirely in character for him, so I don't even mind that role.
That's even out of character.
So, yeah, I mean, after like an hour of talking to her, she's like, that's very nice, Aurelius. I'm afraid I have another meeting later this day.
Yeah. Sounds like we are not well suited. We shall depart. That's
There we go. Look, audience, look at this much bigger chat roll down here. So good. Thank you once again to Oscar for suggesting and now for something completely different. Oh, speaking. Any of you bros want to cross-check that? Here you go. I know
Yep,
not everyone
thank
has
you.
the bandwidth to watch this. Yeah, so that fails horribly for
Yeah. Well, he was already kind of torn on whether it was the right thing, anyways. He had a sudden strike of religious conscience, and
shouldn't he find a good Christian lady?
Yeah.
What
Was
is
she
she?
Christian?
She is Christian, but I mean, she's
Certainly
had
not
two
good Christian.
husbands, so
And she's having like 3 affairs right now.
Yeah, I think he got a
5,
little
but
whiff
who
of that
counts?
based on the current status of the retainers here.
All right, so let's get back into the talkie talk. If I can find it's page 106 and page 12 of the Great Pendragon. And we're going to do end of year 486. So, solo scenarios. There are none. Experience rolls. Anyone that has a check may make their d20 roll now. Let's go ahead and get those out of the way.
Alright. Do you do this one at a time, or are we all just gonna go crazy at the same time?
Go crazy at the same time.
Alright.
Maybe you need to
Fail
roll
it.
higher
Fail
than
it.
the skill.
Fail it. Yes.
Seem to be getting a lot of.
Oh,
Sorry.
damn it.
I had to go spit out something real quick. What'd I miss?
We're doing end of year, so if you want to do your experience point checks.
Yes! Only time I want to feel my sword.
I didn't have any.
Oh, you actually got your sword up. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, shit, I got a couple of trait rolls. Valorous, come on. Let's see if we can get the
This
Valorous
is
up.
my fear.
Yeah, that's right, Rook.
Oh,
You
shit.
had to come in pretty late in the game, so.
Oh, shit. 20. I'm becoming suspicious. I've learned something from the demise of my old friend.
I will have a stat block for you, Kai, for your wife, but for now, assume she has a stewardship rating of 12.
Worse than me.
Okay.
All right, stewardship.
Let's see. You have to roll passion, right?
Yes.
My god, and everything. That's all my checks are done. Yeah, I'm done. Oh, wait, loyalty lord. Come on, one more. Fail it. Fail it. Oh, damn it.
We're just too good.
Yeah, when we actually need to, like, not fail it, that's when we'll fail it. Like, come on.
That's our
Loyalty
probability.
roll.
Right?
20! Yeah. Okay.
All right, everybody finished with that?
Yep.
All right, please remove all of your checks. Now we go to aging. Please age your character and your squires 1 year. Does anyone have a squire that's reached the age of 21?
No. Well, a squire should be 17, I think.
That's true. They should be.
No.
Actually, Rook starts with a fresh.
Oh, well.
15-year-old.
Yeah.
All right, no one has reached the age of 35.
Nope.
Now let's roll for weather. It would seem the weather is successful against itself.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there are no modifiers. The Saxons did not raid. Who would like to go first on stewardship?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Let's see.
What is your stewardship? Oh, right. Use the character sheet,
Clarissa
right?
yeah. 15 is her stewardship.
Okay.
Sorry, 16 is her stewardship.
Clarissa the Fair is
Yeah.
doing your... Okay, all right.
Yes! Alright,
Okay,
that's
you
a
have
success.
a success. You gain 6 pounds, which are immediately spent into maintaining your manor.
Cool.
All right, you have a normal life. Who would like to go next?
Arella. Okay.
So
Nice,
Rook charges forward like the boar that he is, and also maintains a normal year where he gains 6 pounds, and then immediately spends them back on his manor. Again, if you gain the 6 pounds, you should also mark down that you 6 glory.
Oh, yeah.
Who's next?
I guess